Hiya, dudes. Well, I guess this is part one of why I'm not having children, why I don't plan to, why it's never gonna happen, and why fuck you. So, pretty much my whole life, I'd wanted to be a mom. I helped raise my little brothers. I did a lot of babysitting growing up for my friends and my parents' friends, and yeah, I've decided. I like being able to give them back. I like being able to go home and sleep peacefully and go to the bathroom peacefully and have things to myself and my own free time. There's just so much. There's so much to having kids that people don't talk about, and a lot that parents regret about having their kids. And I don't know, I'm at the point where I don't want to have a kid and then hate themselves because they think that my life is miserable because they're in it. And I don't want that for them, for me, for my partner, for my family. I've had plenty of experience, and I know that it can be rewarding. It's so nice to hang out with a little dude and they show you their drawing and they're so happy to just share things with you and they like being around you. They're so happy and fun, and kids are great some of the time. And I could deal with that. I could be a babysitter. I like being able to give them back. I'm selfish, but there's also selfless aspects to it. I don't want to pass on any genetic defects that I have. I don't like the idea that my kids could get my mental problems or my medical issues. I don't like knowing that I could pass any of my trauma down, that's a possibility. It's never something I wanted for them, for me, for them, for anybody's kids. But unfortunately, not everybody gets the choice that I did. And I fought hard to be where I am right now. I fought hard. I had to go against family members, and I had to pursue medical treatment, other medical options than the ones that I began with. I had to advocate for myself. Somebody who grew up my voice being silenced, how small I was made to feel, and I was forced to figure this out on my own. I was forced to find a voice that I didn't know that I had, because nobody was there to tell the doctors that this is what I want, this is genuinely what I choose. Nobody's telling me to do this, nobody's pressuring me, I'm not just deciding on a whim. No, I wanted to get rid of the oven, I had a hysterectomy. I can no longer have periods, I can no longer get pregnant or give birth or anything. It's just all gone. Every bit of it removed. I knew that there was no guarantee otherwise, because some procedures can be reversed, and birth control fails, and condoms fail. I can't stand the argument that you could just abstain from sex and you'll never get pregnant. What about all the women that have been raped? What about the children who didn't get to say no? Who were forced into this position by their parents, by their abusers, by doctors that didn't want to perform surgeries on children. That's disgusting. Not every woman who gets pregnant wanted to be a mom. Not everybody who has children should be moms. And I know that I wouldn't be a good one. It's not to say that I'm not a good person. I'm a good friend, and I'm a good partner, and a good daughter, and I think I'm a good person. I'd be a cool aunt. That's what I want to be. I want to spoil whatever children my siblings have. I want to be that to them. I don't know. The idea that you should have kids so that you have somebody to take care of you when you're older, that's selfish. I'm having you for this purpose, I'm having you to fulfill something in myself, to fill a hole, to feel love, to build a family that I never had, to whatever, all of those are selfish reasons. Just to have someone to love, that's what being a mom should be. Wanting to put your whole being into a child, that's wanting to be a mom. I don't want that. I spent most of my life doing everything for everybody else and putting myself on the back burner and letting myself be pushed around, and I don't want that for the rest of my life. I don't want that for the rest of somebody else's life. I'm ready to be selfish. I'm ready to pour into myself, to take care of me. And I couldn't do that if I had a child. It wouldn't be fair to them to focus on myself. It wouldn't be fair to myself to focus on them. I deserve my time too. I deserve love. And to be able to figure out who I am as a person. And I can't do that if I have to take care of somebody else. And I'm past caring what other people think about it, because it's my life. And I'm the only one paying my bills. I'm the only one that's comforting me at night. You know, I'm the one that's here doing it all. Nobody else can make this decision but me, and I've decided. And it works out perfectly. My partner doesn't want kids either. We are perfectly matched in that aspect. We would love to spoil and spend time with family members' kids and just see them from afar. But we want to go home and be able to sleep and spend money on ourselves and eat our own food and be selfish. Be irresponsible, I suppose, whatever. I'm a responsible adult. Even if I don't have kids, I'm still responsible. It's such a silly thing that society sees me as less of an adult, less of a woman, because I'm never going to be a mom. That's okay. If that's how people see me, then that's fine. I'm less of a woman, I guess. But I don't see it that way. Sure, I literally have less than a woman, but I feel fulfilled. I don't regret my decision, and I'm happy. Pretty much every day, you know, all these parents I see online that are suffering, regretting their kids, regretting parenthood. It just makes me so sad. I feel really, really bad for them, for their kids, for everybody who they're taking it out on. Because, you know, I used to be friends with somebody who regretted having her kids, and I loved those kids to death, but they were not being taken care of the way that they should have been, because she couldn't take care of herself the way that she should. She wasn't there for herself, she wasn't there for her kids, her husband wasn't there for her or the kids. And I never wanted that for myself. I never wanted to have to struggle by myself to potentially become a single parent. Even being in a relationship. There's so many things that I want to avoid. And the only way to avoid making mistakes in parenthood is to not have kids. It's to just never become a parent. The only way to protect them from everything is to not have them. That's the best thing that I could ever do for my future kids. You know, I'm never gonna have them. Just a warning to anybody who decides not to have kids as well. You decide to be child-free. People are gonna be jealous of you. People are gonna be angry and bitter, and they're gonna take their frustrations out on you because they think that you're selfish and irresponsible and that you have less to take care of than them for some reason. Like you don't have a social life or family members or pets at home. You know, you can handle it because you don't have kids waiting at home, right? You can cover the extra hours. You can do this extra thing for us. You can cover the extra cost. I still have responsibilities. Even if I don't have kids, I still have responsibilities, and I still have issues that I'm going through. I still have things that I have to struggle with. There's still so much that goes on in a person's life without kids. And I know, I don't want to add to that. I don't want to add more stress to me or to them, to my wallet. Yeah. The only way to guarantee no problems is no babies. And I don't really care if that makes me seem selfish, if that makes me seem irresponsible, if it means that certain family members won't talk to me anymore, if it means I grow up without somebody to take care of me, as if there's not nursing homes or retirement plans. Like, I'm a home health care person. I go to the homes of people who don't have family. Like, I take care of the elderly who don't have family and need assistance so that they can live by themselves. I can do something like that. I can get an aide like me, and hopefully they'll be at least half as caring and patient and diligent as I am about his care. I just hope for the best. That's all I can do. I don't really care to have kids just so that they'll take care of me. That seems more selfish than wanting to just take care of myself. I don't know. I feel like I speak in circles sometimes when I talk about this. It's just so frustrating hearing people talk about it. Because, I don't know, there's bitterness everywhere. Parents are bitter, and childless people are bitter because of parents, and because of being... This is probably a good place to stop for now. This is just part 1, though. I have plenty more opinions to spew, and I'm sure you want to hear all about it. See you next time. Bye, dudes!